Back here in between games as the Doc Stewarts take on the Medford Mustangs. Game 2 coming up in just a little bit, and we continue our series of player interviews brought to you by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. We are making our way towards the end of the roster, and we get a chance to catch up with Gabe Burke from Douglas High School. Going to be a senior coming up this next year, one of the two Burkes on the program, and I think we're talking with Gabe. Let me see. Your dad told me that you're a little bit shorter than Noah, I think, just a little bit. Now that I got you guys both standing here next to me, I think maybe I can see it, but hey, first season for you on the Docks. How's it been going? You having fun? How's the summer been?
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. A lot of commitment, big time commitment.
Yeah.
But it's been a lot of fun. Get meet a lot of new people and go a lot of new places and just play a lot more ball. So it's been pretty fun.
For you, getting the news that you're going to be playing this summer with the Doc Stewarts, how was it when you got that phone call?
It was pretty nice. It's been a big goal for me to make Docs, so that was pretty good. I liked it.
Last year you didn't play American Legion baseball. What was it about this year that you decided to come out and try and continue on through the summer?
Just like I just thought I was a little young last year to try out for Docs, and I just came back this year, and yeah, so.
Getting a chance, feels like this is a conversation I get to have with almost every other guy I talk to, but getting a chance to play with your brother, obviously as twins, you guys have been paired up, I'm sure, from birth all the way through. So nothing new for you to play with Noah at this in any sport, but getting to play together at this level and play with the Docs here during the summer, how special has it been for you guys to be able to do this together?
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. A lot of people don't get to say they like play with their twin brother before, so it's been pretty fun.
Yeah. Obviously going to be a special bond there with having a twin brother on the team for you guys, but have you been able to kind of break out of the shell of being just the two of you guys and getting to know the other guys? You mentioned meeting a lot of new people. How has it been meeting other guys from around the county and getting a chance to play with these guys?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Like, this is the first time I've ever played with county kids, so it's been a lot of fun and just a lot of talent that I haven't been around a lot, so yeah. It's been pretty fun.
And as a guy that didn't play last year in Legion ball, I'm sure that a lot of these guys you hadn't had a chance to play with before as well. You know, maybe if you had played on the Lions last year or, you know, the Pepsi Bottle Caps, those teams, guys get a little bit more familiar with each other. But for you, there's a lot of new faces probably on this team.
Yeah, it's different, but it's fun.
Yeah. Talking with Gabe Burke here from Douglas High School. How'd things go during the spring season? Obviously, it led into getting a good shot to be with the Docs here this summer. So, how'd you feel about things last spring there at Douglas High School?
It was fun. It's different atmosphere. So, yeah, spring's a lot more different than summer ball. A lot different. So
there's a lot more games to be played during the summer.
Yes,
yeah,
it's a big commitment time. So.
You've been one of the guys that's been able to split some time there back behind the plate for this group. What kind of things you've been learning as yourself as a catcher? What kind of things you look to try and carry into your senior season?
Just like reading balls and like different velocities and stuff, like just getting a lot more reps and stuff. So.
You're also, according to my notes here, played some football last year with Douglas High School. Going to be coming up your senior year. What are you looking forward to most, baseball or football next year?
For right now, probably baseball.
Yeah.
I'm missing out a lot for football, like practices and stuff.
Yeah.
They're kind of mad at me for that. But baseball is where I want to head, so
yeah.
Yeah.
How much have they been doing for football side of things? You mentioned that you're missing practices. Have you gotten a chance to be a part of anything there with the Trojans?
No, nothing yet. They go every week, and I was missing everything. So
you got teammates giving you a hard time about that then?
Yes.
Oh, well, that is the nature of the beast, I guess, with Doc Stewarts. You got to miss out on a lot of other things throughout the summer.
Yes.
As we talk with Gabe Burke here. Well, going into your senior year, obviously a lot of athletic stuff coming up for you, but what other kind of things are you looking forward to as you get ready to be one of the top dogs there at Douglas High School?
Just coming back, getting good grades and stuff. I need to focus on that a little bit more, but yeah, just getting good grades and stuff.
That's pretty good that you can at least acknowledge the fact that the academic side of things has to come into play.
Yes.
Any thoughts of beyond high school yet? It sounds like you would like to hopefully be able to continue an athletic career afterwards, but have you done any kind of searching into any of that kind of stuff yet?
No, not yet. I'll try. I'm going to be doing that next year, so
yeah. Cool. Well, hey, Gabe, it's been a lot of fun to get a chance to see you play here throughout this summer and get a chance to finally put a face to the name and see a little bit more about you here. Looking forward to what's to come here throughout the rest of the summer and then into next year with your senior year at Douglas. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
All right, that is Gabe Burke here as we continue our series of player interviews brought to you by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. Back with Game 2 of our doubleheader in just a moment on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
And we welcome you back here on 541radio.com as we get ready for Game 2 of tonight's broadcast. Doc Stewart's taking on the Medford Mustangs. Joey Kieran here with you for our Budget Lumber pregame show. Everything you need at great low prices. Budget Lumber on Diamond Lake Boulevard, where they strive to be number one. Well, before we get to our starting lineups for tonight's ball game, we will take a look at how things have played out so far around Area 4 tonight. It's your Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. Checking out the scoreboard around the league. Game 1, the Eugene Challengers winning against the Klamath Falls Falcons in 5 innings, 11-1. That puts Eugene at 8-11 and moves them up in the standings. Grants Pass gets an 11-4 win against Willamette Valley in Game 1. And that puts them up in the standings. In fact, they now move into a tie with the Doc Stewarts for second place in Area 4. Eugene moves into third, and then you've got Klamath Falls and Klamath Falls and Eugene are both in third at 8-11. But it's going to take the final game of that series to figure the head-to-head at the moment. And Willamette Valley at the bottom at 7-12. Grants Pass and Eugene both clinching their spots in the postseason. That means one spot left to go, and it's going to come down to between either Willamette Valley and Klamath Falls. Klamath Falls, a win for them. That'll erase any sort of doubt, no matter what happens for Willamette Valley against Grants Pass in Game 2. But if Willamette Valley gets a win against Klamath Falls, Willamette Valley would get in because they have the head-to-head tiebreaker against Klamath Falls. So if Klamath Falls loses against Eugene and Willamette Valley beats Grants Pass, Willamette Valley's in. If Klamath Falls wins against Eugene, then they are in. So that is how things work out. Now, if Willamette Valley loses against Grants Pass in Game 2, then it's all for naught. Klamath Falls is in no matter what because Willamette Falls would have more losses on their record. So it's coming down to the final game of the season. That's kind of how you hope it all to be. But we do have 4 of the 5 teams that get in. Doc Stewart's a win in Game 2 would give them outright possession of second place. In fact, they currently hold it due to the tiebreaker against Grants Pass. Actually, the Docs do not have a tiebreaker against Grants Pass. I thought they did, and I corrected myself. They have the tiebreaker against Willamette Valley, or excuse me, Klamath Falls. They have gone 2-2 against everybody else, and now they're hoping to go 3-1 against Medford here in Game 2. So if they do finish tied with Grants Pass, let's see, Grants Pass against Medford went 1-3, so the Docs would need to get a win against Medford. It would probably go against Eugene. You would go in the tiebreaker rules. It's not going to really matter all that much, but the Doc Stewarts are wanting to try and be above everybody else that they can be in the standings. So for the Docs, it doesn't necessarily matter because they're the host team. That's how they get into the postseason. But everybody else is fighting for seeding now, and that's still what's on the line for most of the teams around Area 4. Medford knows they'll be the number 1 seed. The 2, 3, and 4 seeds still up for grabs. All right, we'll go ahead and take our final 2-minute break of the pregame show. Come back and get you ready to go for Game 2. It's coming up momentarily here on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. Actually, it's not on that. That's just habit. I keep saying it. I apologize. We are only online at 541radio.com here tonight from Legion Field. Back with first pitch of Game 2 on 541radio.com.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you,
Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Swimming season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Reese's Pieces.
Popcorn with butter.
Starburst.
Popcorn.
Okay.
Skittles. Popcorn.
Swedish Fish.
Oh. Reese's Pieces.
Best snack for movies? Oh, buttered popcorn.
Okay.
For the upcoming Triple American Legion State Tournament. The Docs are hosting that coming up on Saturday, along with Eugene, Grants Pass, and Medford. There was a couple games that were going on today and got it all settled out. So it's Medford, Eugene, Grants Pass, and the Doc Stewarts from Area 4.
They're all in the postseason. They're not all in the season.
And they're all in the postseason right now, and seeding still yet to go. But if you still want the tournament seats, you might want, and the shade, you might want to.
Welcome you back here as the haze continues to burn off a little bit here. That might be the wrong choice of words. As the smoke from wildfires in the area continues to blow in here to the Umpqua Basin. It's been worse down south in the Rogue Valley for Medford and Grants Pass, Klamath Falls as well down in the Klamath Basin. But up here in Roseburg, we've been pretty good until today. We start to see some of that smoke filter in, but it's starting to clear back out as we make our way towards nightfall. Getting ready for Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. The Medford Mustangs, as the host team here from Legion Field, playing here in Roseburg because of the weather down south. Medford Mustangs will take the field for Game 2 to face off against the Doc Stewarts. Medford looking for the 4-game sweep for the Mustangs. They've only gotten one 4-game sweep against a Area 4 opponent. That was Willamette Valley. Doc's looking to not become the second one. They'd like to finish at 3-1 like everybody else has. So for the Doc Stewarts, their 4th game against Medford, they'll start out with Doran Gillespie leading things off, playing in left field. He'll take the spot of Garrett Russell. We'll get you an update on him after what we saw from Game 1 at the very end. We'll tell you more about what we at least observed. Zach Holland, the center fielder, will bat second, followed by Jonathan Stone, the first baseman, hitting third. Brody Black, the DH for Game 2, will bat in the cleanup spot, hitting for starting pitcher Cody Johnson. Zach Mandera, the third baseman, bats fifth, followed by Kyler Leischner, the catcher. Jet Black in right field, hitting in the 7th spot, followed by the 8-hitter, second baseman Jacob Luther. Caden Johnson will be at shortstop here in Game 2, and he'll bat in the 9th spot. That is your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Dr. Stewarts as we get ready to go for Game 2. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. On the mound for Game 2, it is Jacob Melton, the righty. And I misspeak, he's actually a left-handed pitcher. He is a left-handed batter. I should have known he was a left-handed pitcher as well. Jacob Melton on the mound for the Medford Mustangs. Back behind the plate, Bennett Thompson. Joe Johnson, out at first. Brendan Watts at second. Zach Ankeny at short. Dylan Marsh at third. And you've got Sandoval, Baptiste, and Gassman in the outfield from left to right as we get things underway in Game 2. That's your look around the diamond, presented by Diamond Power Equipment, where the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. First pitch fouled away by Doran Gillespie, who will lead things off for the Doc Stewarts. Gillespie batting in for the leadoff spot for the first time this season for the Docs. The 0-1 is a bit high from Melton for a 1-1 count. So Medford, Doc Stewarts, Grants Pass, and Eugene have all clinched postseason berths. For Medford and Roseburg, they are into the state tournament. Grants Pass and Eugene have clinched super regional berths. 1-1 for Gillespie. Grounder to third. Marsh up with it. And his throw over to Joe Johnson is a strike to get the first out here in Game 2. We are underway. Johnson fighting the sun a little bit on that throw there to first base. You're able to make the connection, though. 1 out. Up next, it'll be Zach Holland for the Doc Stewarts. The first pitch to the lefty from the lefty is across for a strike. 0-1 count on the first pitch strike there for Melton. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and he falls behind 0-2. Lights starting to kick on. Mentioned the haze starting to burn off. Still got plenty of sunshine coming in, but the shadows are starting to creep out across the field. Breeze is picking up a little bit, at least here in the booth it feels like it is. The American flag not blowing around too much. 0-2 pitch for Holland. Inside, and it got him. Hit by a pitch for Zach Holland. It'll send him down to first. Docs will have a man on. So the wind blowing just a little bit. Things kind of blowing out here in the Umpqua Basin. It's also cooling down the temperatures. We are into the 80s, 89 for our current temp as we start Game 2. And your weather report is, of course, brought to you by Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. So 1 on, 1 out. Jonathan Stone will step in next for the Doc Stewarts. Doc's trying to get at least one against Medford. The lefty on the mound. Melton delivers the first pitch. Just a bit elevated against Stone for a 1-0 count. Not by much. Might have been a little off the plate as well. Sun beaming in from across the third base line, so right side of the field is in the sun field. It's a pitch high and away for a 2-0 count now against Stone. First baseman, the runner at first base, right fielder, and our base umpire out there. They're all staring into the sun. Second base, not so much as of yet. Pitch high and away. The count will go 3-0 for Jacob Melton against Jonathan Stone. The umpire doesn't have sunglasses, at least not that I can tell. Tom Nelson down there as the base umpire. First baseman Joe Johnson, he's got sunglasses. He's not wearing them. There's a pitch high and away for ball 4 against Jonathan Stone. Out in right field, you've got John O'Gassman. He's got sunglasses on his hat. He's not wearing them. I don't understand how, when you got the sun coming in on you like that, why you wouldn't be wearing them. But to each their own, right? First and second after the 4-pitch walk to Jonathan Stone. Brody Black will step in. The DH from Game 1 was Luke Lucido. Here in Game 2, it'll be Brody Black. Brody will step in, batting .349. Had been leading the team with batting average. Dipped just a little bit here as of late. He takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Docs trying to get 1 against Medford. Have lost 5-1, 5-3, and now 7-3 in the 4-game set. 1-0 pitch for Brody. 2 on, 1 away. Outside, the count will go 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Melton set. The lefty kicks and fires. Pitches high and away for a 3-0 count. Boy, there would have been I can't blame him for not swinging at it. Pitch was ball 3. There was a huge gap at shortstop as a little miscommunication. Ankeny was breaking to second base to cover the bag as Melton delivered home. It would have left a wide gap there for Brody. 3-0 pitch out of Melton, and he will get one across for strike 1. He was on the verge of 4 straight that missed. It would have been back-to-back walks on 4 straight pitches. He gets the one across. The 3-1 against Brody. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. Brody was ready to head on down to first. Was leaning, watching that one go by. He'll hang back in. A 3-2 pitch coming up from Melton. 1 away. Runners at first and second for the Docs here, top of the first. Melton's 3-2 pitch. Swing and fouled back. We'll do it again. Doc Stewarts continue to wear the orange sleeveless vest here at home with the blue tops underneath, blue numbers on the front and the back, outlined in white, gray trousers. Red tops, dark navy numbers on the front and the back, outlined in white for Medford, the white trousers for them. Uniform descriptions brought to you by Hammer Sport. 3-2 pitch from Melton. Strike 3 called. The lefty gets the inside corner for strike 3. Brody thought it was ball 4, and he'll have to turn and walk back to the dugout with the strikeout. So Jacob Melton battles back after going down 3-0. He battles back and gets a strikeout against Brody. And that'll be the second out here in the top of the first. And Zach Mandero will stand in next with runners at first and second, 2 down, trying to get something started for the Docs. First pitch, swinging, ground ball to short. Ankeny was out of position, but he's able to get his feet back underneath him, flips to second for the final out, and the Docs leave 2 men stranded on base as they wrap up the top of the first inning. No runs for the Doc Stewarts. And it's a scoreless ball game going to the bottom of the first on 541radio.com.
For the Doc Stewarts, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on board. Defense
2 men.
The Docs in left field will be Doran Gillespie. In center field will be Zach Holland, and right field will be Jet Black. Shortstop is Caden Johnson.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Medford Mustangs, who are visiting but are the designated home team. Leading things off will be Joe Johnson, the first baseman, followed by Brennan Watts, the second baseman. Jacob Melton, the pitcher, batting third. John O'Gassman in right field will bat fourth, followed by Wyatt Baptiste, the center fielder, hitting fifth. Bennett Thompson will catch here in Game 2. He's behind the plate and hitting sixth. Dylan Marsh, the third baseman, bats seventh, followed by the shortstop, Zach Ankeny. And the left fielder, Ryan Sandoval, will hit in the 9 hole. That is your starting lineup for Nate Maben and the Medford Mustangs against Cody Johnson, the starting pitcher for the Doc Stewarts here in Game 2. First pitch of the bottom of the first, high and away for ball 1, and we are underway. Docs and Medford, Game 2, the regular season finale. Final game of the regular season. Up next for the Docs will be Game 1 from the state tournament here at Legion. The 1-0 pitch, strike taken. Johnson kind of half-heartedly started a check swing at that one, but is called a strike against him. A 1-for-1 pitch. Chops one foul down the first base side for a 1-2 count. Johnson on the mound for the Doc Stewarts behind the plate. Kyler Leischner out at first, Jonathan Stone, Jacob Luther at second, Caden Johnson at short, and Zach Mandera at third. In the outfield from left to right, Gillespie, Holland, and Black. Your look around the diamond brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment. Swing and a miss for a Joe's Towing strikeout to start things off here in the bottom of the first for Cody Johnson. Joe Johnson goes down. He had a big game in Game 1, but he goes down with a swing and a miss to start things off here in Game 2. Brennan Watts gets his first at-bat with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch outside for ball 1. So we are underway in the regular season finale. This is it. Docs trying to not carry a losing streak into the postseason as a pitch misses low for ball 2. Trying to end a 4-game winning streak for the Medford Mustangs as well. 2-0 pitch. Off speed, called for a strike. The 2-1, ground ball to short. Caden to Stone, and there's 2 away. Caden Johnson, of course, the younger brother of Cody Johnson, fielding and throwing across the diamond there. Had the interview with Gabe Burke in between games. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Allowed me to go get a hot dog from down at the Lions Den, a great place to get some food and refreshment when you're here at Legion Field. But we will work to start getting all of those interviews posted up online before we get too far into the postseason. As a first pitch chopper to first base for Jacob Melton. Jonathan Stone takes it himself to wrap things up in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for Medford. We'll go to the top of the second. Scoreless ball game here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score, streaming online at 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Tied with Grand Pass, then Eugene tied with Klamath Falls, and then Willamette Valley. But there's 2 games separating us and Willamette Valley, so it's pretty tight. Yeah, best 2 out of 3. Only Medford and us are the only ones into the state tournament. Everybody else has to get to the Super Region. From the state tournament, yeah. Come back for the top of the second inning. Doc Stewart's and Medford in a scoreless ball game so far. Kyler Leischner will lead things off for the Docs. He takes high for ball 1, evens up his count at a 1-1 count, starting things here in the second inning. Doc Stewart's Baseball brought to you by Dr. Lanson Randall. For new patients, mention the code PERFECTSMILE and receive a free exam and x-rays. Another one misses for Jacob Melton, the 2-1 count. Melton didn't give up a hit in the first inning, but the Docs able to get a couple of runners on. A hit by pitch and a walk. Pitch low for a 3-1 count now for Melton. Neither team with a hit so far. Cody Johnson getting a 1-2-3 inning defensively on the mound in the bottom of the first. Melton's 3-1 pitch here for Leischner is in at the knees for a called strike. He take it to a full count. Melton's full count pitch. Leischner takes low and inside for ball 4. He'll draw the leadoff walk. Leischner getting on. He started out the game. He did not play in game 1. First at bat of the night for Kyler Leischner. Came in batting .292.
Next batter to the right field,
up next will be Jet Black. Jet will stand in. First at bat against Jacob Melton. Jet did not, moves up in the lineup after batting in the 9th spot in game 1. He puts one in the air over the right side. Long run out of play. Gassman giving a long chase on that one. He was determined to try and make that catch. Unfortunately, just ran out of room. Oh, 1 count against Jet with Kyler Leischner on at first. The 0-1 pitch, fouled away again. So Jet will have an 0-2 count. Oh, 2 delivery coming up from Melton with a man on at first. The pitch outside. Now the Docs getting towards the end of the season here. I know it's been it's a drag-out fight to get to the end of the year, and it's been a battle through league play. It's a pitch high and away. Leischner back in at first, and the back pick by Bennett Thompson from behind the plate. It's a drag-out fight to get to the end of the year for everybody. It's a lot of games. You get wore out. It's more than these guys are used to playing. Is a 2-2. Just out off the edge. The count will go full for Jet. Thompson trying to hold it back behind the plate. Kind of feels like Doc's facing the toughest team in Area 4 by far. Medford, of course, winning the league championship. So tough way to finish out the league season. Hopefully it doesn't affect him going into the state as a pitch fouled away. Jet will stay alive. Just kind of don't want to take a poor mental attitude going into the postseason. And losing 4 straight could be a tough one. 3-2 pitch again. Home umpire will say the Jet went around. That'll be a strikeout for Melton. Swing and a miss by Jet Black. He goes down on the check swing.
Next batter, second baseman, number 2, Jacob Luther.
So 1 away. Jacob Luther will bat next for the Doc Stewarts. Luther comes in. For Jacob, .290 batting average coming into the game. Had a tough go of it last night defensively. He takes the first pitch for strike 1. Oh, 1 delivery coming up here for Jacob Melton, and he looks over to first. Back in, standing up, goes Kyler Leischner. Reminder that coming up next Saturday, less than a week away from now, we'll have coverage of every state tournament game for you online at 541radio.com. There's a swing and a miss out of Luther, gives him an 0-2 count. For those that are watching tonight, it'll be just like what you've got right now. We'll have coverage of every game from the tournament just like this online at 541radio.com. Pitch high and away. Ball one. Luther with a 1-2 count. Starting with the 10 o'clock game on Saturday, all the way to the championship game is a swing and a miss. Throw down to first. Leischner back in safely. Another strikeout for Melton here in the top of the second. And we go back to the top of the lineup. Excuse me, no, we've got Caden Johnson rounding out the starting nine.
Caden Johnson.
Bottom of the lineup here for the Docs. Johnson will try and keep something going for the Docs. They've got Leischner on after the leadoff walk. First pitch in for Johnson is high and away for ball one. So every game from the tournament streaming online at 541radio.com or on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Watch the games all there. Presented by Virginia Everard, local licensed real estate broker here in Oregon. As a pitch in for a strike, 1-1 count against Caden Johnson. You can find her at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. A broker for Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. The 1-1 lined out towards left field. Johnson will fly out to Sandoval to finish things off in the top of the second. Docs leave a man stranded. No runs on no hits. There were no errors. And we will, and one man left on base. We will head to the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless ball game here on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score, streaming at 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Barbecue. Barbecue.
Ranch.
Regular season game. The game scheduled against Salem for tomorrow in Salem has been canceled for the Docs, so this is the final game of the regular season. So the game against Salem has been canceled for tomorrow.
Go to the bottom of the second inning. Docs baseball here on the Score, brought to you by Cruz Farms Market, now open for the season. Don't forget the pie. Doc Stewart's in a scoreless ball game so far, as Medford and Roseburg squaring off in the final game of the 2018 regular season. After this, Docs were scheduled to have a game against Salem tomorrow, but that's been canceled. I guess that was scheduled before they knew that the national organization was going to force some changes to the schedule due to the timing of the regional tournaments, the state tournaments, and the World Series. Some of the dates getting moved up. So in hindsight, looking at it, a game on Monday with Super Regionals starting on Tuesday, unlikely you would ever have gotten that game in, as the first pitch was ball one, now foul ball for Jono Gassman facing off against Cody Johnson here in the bottom of the second. Scoreless ball game so far. So no game tomorrow for the Docs. They will be back to action on Saturday next weekend with their first game from the state tournament. Coach Shaver was saying he was hopeful maybe they could get a game in, but I don't think there's going to be much of a chance of the Docs getting a game in before the state tournament starts. As a breaking ball misses high and inside against Gassman, a 2-2 count. Cody's 2-2 pitch outside. The count will go full. So this will be it for Medford. It's the final game on the schedule as well. They'll start gearing up for the state tournament starting Saturday as well. Ball fouled back by Gassman. Keeps it a full count. Both these teams are in. Everybody else in Area 4 trying to get a home super regional. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Jono Gassman will go down. Another Joe's towing strikeout for Cody Johnson. One away. Up next, Wyatt Baptiste, as Medford will make it to the 5th hitter. It was a 1-2-3 first inning for Cody Johnson. So he's facing the 4, 5, 6 hitters here in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch for Cody against Baptiste, outside for ball 1. Excited about that state tournament. We're going to be 1490 The Score, 541radio.com, partnering together to bring you coverage of all the games, but looking forward to being here and just being a big part of it in general. It's a 1-0 pitch, ground ball chopper towards short. Caden Johnson over to Jonathan Stone, 2 away. So looking forward to the state tournament and seeing everybody here and seeing all the fans and just the fun that's going to be going on with baseball going on for 2 days straight. You got 4 games over the first 2 days each. As a pitch low and outside for a 1-0 count, so 8 games total Saturday and Sunday. 1-0 pitch from Johnson here against Bennett Thompson. The catcher will take outside. It goes to a 2-0 count. Cody Johnson out of the windup. 2-0 delivery. Strike 1 called. Two balls and a strike for Cody. Sharply hit ball down the left side. That'll be the first base hit of the ball game. It's going to be extra bases for Thompson. He's heading into second. That one into the corner for Doran Gillespie down in the left field side. Hopped once on the infield dirt down the line at third, and then tucked its way into that corner down the left field side. And Bennett Thompson will break up the no-no. First hit.
The third baseman, number 37, Dylan Marsh.
And he gets a double out of it. Dylan Marsh will stand in now. Still 2 away for Cody Johnson. Misses outside with the first pitch to Dylan Marsh, the third baseman. The 1-0 goes to a 2-0 count. Dylan Marsh, the starting third baseman, getting his first at-bat against Cody Johnson, a swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch, got him chasing at it, couldn't time it up. Lights starting to take effect as shadows across the entire infield, or excuse me, entire field, as the ball fouled away on the fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes against Dylan Marsh with 2 away and a man in scoring position. Scoreless ball game, 0-0. Bottom of the 2nd so far. Johnson's 2-2. Comebacker up the middle, goes off the glove for Cody. Luther will field it and throws over to get the final out. Cody Johnson tried to get that one in the air. Might have had it off the end of his glove. Stumbled a bit, went to the turf, but Luther backs him up and makes the play to first to get the out. Doc Stewart's leave one man stranded for Medford here in the bottom of the 2nd. No runs on 1 hit, no Doc Stewart errors, and the 1 man left on. We go to the top of the 3rd. 0-0 ball game on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score, streaming at 541radio.com.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
If you'd like to listen to that game, it'll be on DouglasCountySportsOnline.com. for Pepsi and Dr. Randall Baseball. There.
Top of the third inning, Doc Stewart's baseball back at you here on 541radio.com. Clint Newell Auto Group, a proud sponsor of Doc's baseball this season, your local Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Toyota dealer. Scoreless game so far, only one hit in the ball game. That goes to Medford. Bennett Thompson, the catcher, with a double down the left field side, but was stranded there in the bottom of the second. Docs will come up here in the top of the third with the top of their lineup. Doran Gillespie, will bat. Garrett Russell, we'll try and get you an update on him here. First pitch, low and inside for ball one against Gillespie. Garrett Russell, he tripped over the foot, I believe, of Jack Thompson at first base to end game one of our doubleheader. It was the final out as the 1-0 for Gillespie's in the dirt. It was the final out of that first game. Russell went tumbling into the dirt, seemed to be dinged up. Took a while to get up off the field, but he did walk back to the dugout under his own power. Did seem to be a little bit sore, might have been limping a little bit. 2-0 pitch from Jacob Melton is in for strike one against Gillespie. So he was able to walk his way off the field back to the dugout. They did bring some ice to him in the dugout. I have not gotten official word on exactly how bad it might be for him, but not playing here in game two. I'm sure Coach Shaver playing it safe with the state tournament coming up. Ball fouled over the right side, gets out of play for Gillespie, and he'll have a 2-2 count. Looking down in that dugout there. I don't see Russell, but he might be tucked in there somewhere. 2-2 pitch coming up. Melton delivers. Gillespie back to the mound. Melton knocks it down. He recovers back behind the rubber and will fire to first to get the first out. Quick reflexes on the mound by Jacob Melton. And then quick recovery after knocking the pitch down, or the hit down. Gets back to it and is able to get Doran Gillespie at first to retire the first batter.
Next batter, number 7, Zach Holland.
One away. Zach Holland will bat next for the Doc Stewarts. First pitch misses to the lefty for a 1-0 count. Lefty versus lefty matchup here. Strike in to even up the count. Well, trying to spot him out there, but hopefully they didn't try to send him off to the hospital or something to be inspected. That would be bad news. The 1-1 misses high and away from the lefty to the lefty. Zach Holland in front in this at-bat. Strike taken on the outside corner now for Holland. Two-two pitch. Holland takes high and inside. Was beamed his first time up. Yeah, that one almost got him on that front shoulder. He's got a full count. And I look down to the dugout. Everybody's trying to mimic the move there by Holland. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. He goes down for the second out. 2 down, nobody on base for the Docs here in the top of the third inning. Jonathan Stone will stand in. Doc Stewart's trying to get something started. The offense has been stymied by this Medford pitching staff throughout the series. First pitch to Stone is at the knees for a called strike one. Stone 0 for 0, drew a 4-pitch walk back in the first. The 0-1 pitch to him outside for ball one. The 1-1, swing and a miss for strike two for Jonathan Stone. The 1-2 delivery from Jacob Melton. That ball in play, up the middle, gets through. Jonathan Stone will have the Docs' first base hit of the ball game. He gets on with a 2-out single up the middle.
Next batter, number 22, Brody Black.
The ground ball just Cruising right past Zach Ankeny on the shortstop side of second and into center field. 1 on with 2 away. Still a scoreless ball game here in the top of the third. Up to hit next will be Brody Black. Got Spencer 6 thrown in the bullpen, getting a session in. Brody going opposite field foul for strike 1. Spencer 6, of course, out for the season after his knee injury during the winter. Missed all of the Roseburg High School baseball season and all of this Doc Stewart season. He'll be rehabbing through next year and getting ready for the spring season with Roseburg. The 0-1 for Brody. Off speed. Misses outside to go to a 1-1 count. So Spencer out there just getting some practice in. He's not on the roster. He's just throwing in the bullpen. Just getting a little bit of baseball in. Ball fouled away again by Brody. That one well struck. Probably heading towards the grass parking lot out there behind the hitting facilities here at Legion. A 1-2 pitch coming up for Brody Black with 1 on and 2 away. Top of the third, a scoreless ball game. Doc's looking to strike. Brody, another foul ball.
That was a dinger.
Oh, that sounds like that hit somebody's car. I'm hoping I parked far enough away.
We might see a body shot, maybe.
Brody Black will stand back in. A 1-2 pitch coming. Gets underneath it. Shallow right field. But Gassman coming in will get there in time for the catch. That'll retire the side in the top of the third for the Doc Stewarts. They're unable to do anything against Jacob Milton. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the third in a scoreless ball game on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score, streaming at 541radio.com.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Back for the bottom of the third inning, Doc Stewart's baseball, brought to you by Dr. Bonnie Gower. She's here to open your eyes to more options when it comes to your vision. To find out more or to schedule an appointment, call 440-2590. That's optometrist Dr. Bonnie Gower. Cody Johnson out for his third inning of work. Doc Stewart's in a scoreless ball game so far against Medford. Both teams with just 1 hit in our regular season finale. Johnson, the wind and fire to start things off. First pitch, strike 1 against Zach Ankeny, leading things off. Ankeny for strike 2. Swing and a miss. The 8-hitter in the lineup here, the shortstop standing in. 0-2 count as Johnson will rock and fire. Just out off the edge. Can't quite get that Joe's towing strikeout. Scoreless so far. Both teams with just the 1 hit. The 1-2 from Johnson. Line drive, one hopper, and it goes past Zach Mandera. Tried to backhand it, could not. The ball into left field. Gillespie sends it back in time to hold. Ankeny just a single. Leadoff base knock there for the Mustangs, getting the man on. Took one hop past Zach Mandera, had the one chance to make a stab at it and could not get the glove on it. One on with nobody away. And up next will be the 9-hitter Ryan Sandoval, rounding out the first time through the lineup for the Mustangs. He tried to offer it a bunt and either offered or pulled it back, and it was called for a strike. I think he offered at it. 0-1 count as Sandoval gets the signal from the dugout and will stand back in. Squaring a bunt again. He pushes it first base side. It'll go foul. Stone will collect it in foul territory. And it's quickly an 0-2 count here against Ryan Sandoval. Nice night for baseball here in the Umpqua Basin, especially now that some of the smoke is starting to lift. Good crowd out here on a Sunday night. It's the 0-2 pitch to Sandoval's low for a 1-2 count. Medford traveled well, although I think some of their fans have trickled out after the win in Game 1. They have decided to try and make the trip back home. I'd encourage them to stay here in the Umpqua Basin. The weather's a little bit nicer. Another throw over to first for Cody Johnson on a 1-2 count. Go back down to Medford. You got to breathe in that smoke all the time. Up here, it's a little bit clearer. Pitch high. Count will go 2-2 for Sandoval. Waiting on deck, the top of the lineup for Medford, Joe Johnson. 2-2 count. Johnson delivers that pitch in the air. Foul territory. Jet Black chasing that one, but it's going to end up out of his reach down there in the bullpen on the visitor's side. Might have actually gotten up and over the fencing. Stays a 2-2 count. For Cody Johnson this season, looking to improve on a 3-4 record. He gets another foul ball out of Sandoval. Johnson had come in 3-4 on the year with a 3.65 ERA, making his 10th appearance of the year and his 7th start as another throw over to first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes here against Ryan Sandoval. Johnson comes set, delivers in, a swing and a miss. Oh, got just a piece of it. Got just a piece of it, then it got just a piece of Kyler Leischner. The foul ball will keep the at-bat going for Sandoval. Leischner, he wore that one in the same place that every catcher hopes that he never has to. Coach Shaver's going to take a walk out there knowing that the only remedy for this one is time, and every guy out there knows. So they'll give him exactly that, a couple of moments to recover after that foul ball was hit down into the dirt and then took a nice, nasty hop up into a certain region on Kyler Leischner behind the plate. Leischner will recover. We'll go back to the count. It's 2-2 with the runner on at first, nobody out, bottom of the third. Scoreless ball game. The 2-2 pitch bounces. The runner going to go. Leischner up with it. No throw to second. Is in the dirt, bounced away, kicking off the gear of Kyler Leischner up the first base side and out at first. Zach Ankeny, a late break, but he is able to get into second without a throw. A wild pitch moving him into scoring position. Full count pitch coming up here for Sandoval. He chops one third base side, and it'll go foul. Lengthy at bat here for Sandoval. Full count pitch yet again for Cody. And he'll step off. Keeping you updated on scores from other games around Area 4. Klamath Falls was leading And the last update we had is a pitch. Strike 3 called. It's a slow punch out from the home umpire. I had no idea what they were going to call there. It is a strikeout, another Joe's towing strikeout for Cody Johnson. Gets the first out. Ankeny still out at second base. And the top of the lineup coming back up. Joe Johnson hitting 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first. Here in the bottom of the third inning, he stands in with a man in scoring position, and he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Righty versus lefty matchup here for Cody. Oh, 1 pitch. Johnson delivers, and Johnson swings and misses. 0-2 count. Cody Johnson on the mound, Joe Johnson at the plate. Joe Johnson picking up the win in Game 1 of this doubleheader tonight. Oh, 2 pitch. Cody delivers. It's a ground ball pulled to second. Luther bobbles his throw to first. Got him. Half a step, and the Medford fans not going to be happy with the call. The ones that are still in attendance. There's a routine ground ball to Jacob Luther. He made it interesting with a bobble. Docs will get the benefit of the call. 2 down, up to third base goes Ankeny, and up next will be Brennan Watts trying to bring him in and see if Medford can take the early lead. Bottom of the third, Cody Johnson trying to keep it a scoreless ball game through 3 innings of play. Brennan Watts 0 for 1. First pitch, in for strike 1. His first time up, Watts grounded out to Caden Johnson at short. 0-1 delivery from Cody, squaring to bunt, and he takes for strike 2. Squared to bunt down at third. Ankeny was breaking to the plate. Might have just been trying to show. Obviously need to make sure the bunt gets down. The 0-2, Watts just outside, and the count will go 1-2. Caden Johnson, in support of his older brother, he was headed to the dugout thinking that was going to be strike 3. 1-2 pitch for Cody here, trying to get the punch out. Swing and a miss, he will, and they leave a man stranded in scoring position. In the bottom of the third for Medford, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and there was 1 man left on base. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Still a scoreless ball game on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score, streaming at 541radio.com.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper. Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Heading to the top of the fourth inning, Doc Stewart's Baseball brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. Now the Doc Stewarts looking to try and get 1 win against Medford, but it has been a pitcher's duel here in the nightcap of today's doubleheader to wrap up the regular season. Jacob Melton on the mound facing Zach Mandera, who will pick up the second hit of the ballgame for the Docs. Ground ball right back up the middle on the first pitch he sees. Mandera now 1 for 2 in this ball game.
Next batter, number 9, Kyler Leitner.
Mandera and Jonathan Stone, the 2 guys with base hits so far for the Doc Stewarts. Stone with his base hit, I believe, back in the top of the third inning. Yeah, came back. He had a single back up the middle, much like Mandera did. Zach will get on with the leadoff single. Docs with the man on, earliest in the inning that they've had it so far. Melton's first pitch to Kyler Leischner. Strike on the outside corner. So we're scoreless here. Heard that Klamath Falls was beating Eugene in that matchup in Game 2. Pitch outside and low. 1-1 count for Leischner. So if Klamath Falls beats Eugene, Klamath Falls will clinch the final postseason berth. One delivery for Melton. Leischner, swing and a miss. Bandera heading for second. And he's tossed out behind the plate. Thompson gets it there in time for shortstop Zach Ankeny to make the tag for the out. Swing and a miss for strike 2 at the plate for Kyler Leischner. 1 away on the caught stealing. The 1-2 pitch out of Melton. Base is empty. Ground ball, third base side, knocked down by Marsh. Recovers, throw to first, gets by. Leischner, he's going to head for second. That one hit off a fence and away from right fielder John O'Gassman, and Gassman throws it away. Did they say it went out of play? They called the ball dead, I think is what happened there. The ball hit off the fence. I don't know how you call it dead at that point. So Leischner gets on with the throwing error by Dylan Marsh. Yeah, they called the ball dead once it hit off the fence. Huh. Well, either way, I think Leischner was going to end up at second base. If he had been running from the get-go, might have had a chance to get to third, but they give him second. 1 away, man in scoring position for the Docs. First error of the ball game for Medford. This ball well struck by Jet Black out towards right center on the run. Melton will catch. He tag and throw to third. Not going to be in time. Leischner in standing up. 2 down though. Jet Black getting a lot of that one, just not enough. But it does get Leischner up to third, and the Docs have the go-ahead run 90 feet from home.
Next batter, number 2,
so Jet Black goes to 0 for 2 on the night. And up next now will be Jacob Luther batting with 2 down and a man at third. Docs trying to take an early lead. I guess not so early anymore. We're in the 4th. First pitch for Luther. Swing and a miss for strike 1. I think I said Melton out there in center field. That was Wyatt Baptiste that made that catch. Melton's on the mound, of course. 1-1 after the pitch inside for Luther. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Jacob Luther down to a final strike here with 2 away. Melton, the 1-2, got him to swing and a miss. That'll wrap things up. Docs leave a man stranded at third. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still a 0-0 ball game. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on for the Doc Stewarts. Scoreless game through 3.5. Going to the bottom of the 4th inning here on 541radio.com.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Headed to the bottom of the fourth, our score 0-0, Docs and Medford. Going deep into this one in a scoreless affair. Docs baseball tonight brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union. Belong to Douglas County. Cody Johnson out there still throwing for the Doc Stewarts. I did finally spot Garrett Russell down in the dugout for the Docs. He seems to be in good spirits up at the top rail, so hopefully that's a good sign going forward for the Docs, as they would like to have everybody healthy going into the state tournament. First pitch to Jacob Melton, leading things off here in the bottom of the fourth, is high and away for ball one from Cody Johnson into his fourth inning of work. 1-0 for Melton, well struck, going down the right field line and foul. Got a lot of it. I don't think if it was straightened out it wasn't going to go over the fence, but he got a lot of it, and I thought for a moment it might. Puts a charge into this one, out towards right field. Going back to the wall. That one will clear the fence. Cody Johnson will give up a solo homer to Jacob Melton. He's done that a few times this season. So solo shot makes it 1-0 our score. Medford on top as Jacob Melton helping himself out, driving in the run. Well, one swing of the bat. He got a lot of the first one that went foul, and then he got a lot of that one. It found the right center alley out there and clears the fence. I have not really seen many home runs go out that direction before. It's a pitch high and away to John O. Gassman. The 1-0 from Johnson, a swing and a miss for strike one. That one probably going out about 365 or so. 1-1, breaking ball inside corner for strike two. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball high, 2-2 count. Two-two delivery from Johnson, low and outside. Count will go full. Klamath Falls and Grants Pass both leading at last reports we have from the other games. As ball four issued on the outside corner, a walk, and Cody Johnson. A tough start here to the fourth inning for him. Gives up the lead on a solo homer and now issues a walk, puts a man on with nobody out.
Next batter, number 8, Wyatt Baptiste.
Wyatt Baptiste in for Medford. Nobody out so far. One on. Johnson's first pitch, runner going. That ball fouled back for strike one. Gassman has to head back to first. Grants Pass leading 7-5 in the bottom of the third in that game against Willamette Valley, and Klamath Falls leading 4-1 after 3 innings of play against Eugene. Squaring to bunt, pulling back, throw down to first. Gassman is going to throw down to second. Stone. Stone going to run down John O. Gassman from behind for the out. So the Docs will get the first out in a pickle between first and second. A 1-1 count for Wyatt Baptiste at the plate, now batting with nobody on. Back pick from Kyler Leischner down to first, and Gassman just got caught off the bag with too much of a lead. And the Docs able to get him out in a rundown. Cody Johnson loses his hat on the 1-1 delivery, and it misses for ball two. Baptiste batting, now nobody on base. The 2-1, a swing and a miss for strike two. Klamath Falls extending their lead now after 5 innings of play. Klamath Falls up 10-2. Swing and a miss for strike three. It's a Joe's towing strikeout for Cody Johnson. He's got 2 retired. So 2 away. Right now the only damage has been done by Jacob Melton with the solo shot. Pitch on the outside corner just off the edge for ball one against Bennett Thompson. Thompson had a double down the left field line. In his first at-bat, he comes in 1 for 1. One-0 pitch. Line drive shot, and it's snagged out of the air by Jacob Luther. That'll finish things off for Medford here in the bottom of the 4th, but they get a solo homer out of Jacob Melton. And Medford takes a 1-0 lead, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors for the Docs, and nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 5th, 1-0 score. Medford on top here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Top of the 5th inning, Jacob Melton out there now with a 1-0 lead to work with after his solo homer there in the bottom of the 4th inning. Doc's coming up to hit, trying to stay in this ball game. Only a 1-run margin so far, not out of reach by any means. The Doc Stewarts needing to get at least 1 here against Medford if they have any hopes of trying to finish in 2nd place in the Area 4 standings. Doc Stewarts Baseball is brought to you tonight by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Give him a call at 672-6707. First pitch low to Caden Johnson to start off his at-bat here in the top of the 5th. Johnson goes after a pitch high. That one fouled back. Thompson will give chase, and it goes into the net. It'll fall for strike 1. Lights really taking effect. Some of the wispy clouds in the sky that have hung around as things clear out here. As evening sets in, they're looking kind of pink as the sun starts to set. Real nice night here in the Umpqua Basin. 1-1 for Johnson, high and away for ball 2. The 2-1, fouled back to even up the count. For the Docs, a win here would finish them at 500 in league play this season. And it would move them back. See, they're 22-19 now. Let me double check on my numbers here. There's a swing and a miss going down. Strike 3 for Caden Johnson. So you got your first out now. Docs 22-19.
Next batter, number 21, Doran Gillespie.
So they're 3 games over 500. They'd like to finish out the regular season at least 4 games over 500 if they could. Got as high as 6 games over 500 at one point. Doran Gillespie, the leadoff man, will stand in. 1 away, nobody on. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Their overall record going to be over 500, which is a good mark for the Doc Stewarts. The 1-0 pitch to Gillespie's in the dirt to go to a 2-0 count. For the Doc Stewarts last year, they finished 14-23. 9 games under 500. They also finished 4 games under 500 in Area 4 play. So if they finish at 9-11, 2 games under, it's an improvement over last year. Obviously, they'd like to be at 500. Swing and a miss on a fastball in the outside corner. Gillespie finds himself in a 2-1 count. Last year, Medford was the leader at 16-4. They've got a chance to better that record with a win here in the nightcap. 2-1 pitch. Gillespie sends it to the opposite field. Coming in, Gassman underneath it for the second out. Two away. Nobody on base, and up next, Zach Holland will stand in. Holland with a homer over the right field fence a while ago here at home. Saw Jacob Melton, the lefty, take one over the right field side. Maybe Zach Holland can tie it up here. Nope, he'll go left side of the shortstop, charging in. Ankeny fields his throw to first, not in time. That'll be an infield single for Zach Holland. Holland will get his first base hit of the evening.
Next batter, number 15, Jonathan Stone.
And that keeps the Doc Stewart's hopes here in the 5th inning alive. 1 on, 2 down. Jonathan Stone will bat next for the Doc Stewarts. First pitch on the outside corner against Stone for strike 1. The 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Quite an improvement this year for everybody in Area 4, it seems like. Grants Pass had a drop after last year. Eugene tumbles a little bit. Willamette Valley might finish a little bit low. They're going to finish a little lower than they did last year. But overall, as a whole, last year, Klamath Falls went 2-18 in league play. It's a pitch high and away for a 1-2 count against Jonathan Stone. 2-18 last year for Klamath Falls. This year, the lowest win total you're going to have is at least 7. Willamette Valley at 7 right now. If they get a win, they'd get up to 8. So that's pretty impressive. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll finish things off in the top of the 5th. Doc Stewart's leave one man stranded on base. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and the 1 man left on at first. It's still a 1-0 game as we go to the bottom of the 5th here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue. Barbecue.
Ranch.
Heading to the bottom of the 5th in a 1-run ball game. Medford on top, 1-0 over the Doc Stewarts here in the regular season finale. Medford, the designated home team here at Legion Field, after the series had to be moved out of Medford due to the poor air quality. Cody Johnson out there, his 5th inning of work. First pitch outside against Dylan Marsh, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Starting out things here in the bottom of the 5th. Marsh grounding out to second, his first time up. He takes a pitch for a strike to make it a 1-1 count. Pitches outside. The count will go 2-1. Cody Johnson giving up 3 hits so far, and one of them being a solo homer as he gets a strike on a breaking ball across to even up the count at 2-2. That's the difference in the game right now. Docs with 3 hits in the ball game as well, but haven't been able to get anything going as a pitch outside bounces away from Leishner, goes to a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes for Cody Johnson, trying to get the first out here, leading things off, and he misses outside to walk the leadoff man. For Johnson, now into his 5th inning of work. That'll be his 2nd walk, 5 strikeouts for him. He's given up the 3 hits and the 1 run. Zach Ankeny standing in, 1 for 1. His 1 base hit, a single to left. Squares up, takes low for ball 1.
1-0 delivery, runner going, that ball in the air, could be playable. John Stone running in foul territory, and he can't quite get a beat on it. Lands in foul territory just in front of him. He was running, that ball coming down up over the top of him. Tough angle to make a catch. Might have lost it in the lights a little bit as well. Everybody back to their spots. 1-1 count. Ankeny, the shortstop, with a man on at first. That's Dylan Marsh. Squares to bunt, and it's a foul ball. Home umpire is going to say that one hit him in the box. Coach Shaver, I think, is going to come out to try and argue that maybe it hit him as he was leaving the box, which is illegal. Coach Shaver, a quick conversation with the home umpire. A ball and 2 strikes now against Ankeny. He'll head back to the plate. Cody Johnson aiming for another strikeout, trying to get the first here. Ground ball for a double play option is a viable result as well. Swing and a miss. The ball is in the dirt. Runner heading for second, and Leishner's not going to throw. So into second base will go Marsh. But a strikeout at the plate for Cody Johnson, 1 away.
Next batter, number 1, Ryan Sandoval.
Ryan Sandoval will step in with 1 out and a man in scoring position. First pitch, he fouls it off. It goes off the umpire's face mask for strike 1. The umpire he didn't even move. He wore that one off the face mask and didn't even flinch. 0-1, swing and a miss for strike 2 for Sandoval, the 9-hitter. He had a lengthy at-bat his first time up against Cody Johnson. A lot of foul balls in that one. Ended up striking out. And he'll strike out again. Goes down looking for another punch-out. 7 now on the night for Cody Johnson. Gets the second out, 2 down, and still a man out at second base. As Joe Johnson will stand in for make it a third time in the ballgame. He's 0 for 2. And a visit out to the mound now for pitching coach Tom Nielsen to have a quick conversation with Cody Johnson. Cade Meisner throwing again out in the bullpen. He came in relief, only threw 2/3 of an inning in game 1. So he could be a viable option for the Docs here at some point. Docs baseball tonight brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. That's Fisher's Hearth and Home. Checking in, still 7-5 after 4 innings between Grants Pass and Willamette Valley. If Grants Pass wins, the Doc Stewarts would need a win to keep up with them. Grants Pass could go from almost out of the postseason to finishing second place in Area 4 if they get a win and the Doc Stewarts lose here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. First pitch, a swing and a miss from Cody Johnson to Joe Johnson. So Grants Pass really looking to climb up the rankings. They seem to be the favorites for the number 2 seed at the moment, as another foul ball will make it an 0-2 count for Joe Johnson, and Cody looking to try and get out of things here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 strikeouts so far for him. Oh, 2 pitch from Johnson. And Joe Johnson fouls it away to stay alive. The 0-2 pitch coming up to try and wrap it up here in the 5th. Cody checking second. Caden covering the bag. Cody will step off. Johnson set, looking for the payoff pitch, the 0-2. Strike 3 call. Joe Johnson will go down with another Joe's Towing strikeout. Don't strike out when you get stuck. Call Joe's Towing, your local professionals. In the bottom of the 5th, the Doc Stewarts don't give up a run on no hits. There were no errors and one man left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. It has been a pitcher's duel. Docs need to get some offense going here on 541radio.com.
At Brooke Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brooke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brooke Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Okay.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Off the 6th inning now, Docs, number 22, Brody Black.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty here in Game 2 and the regular season finale for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Joey Keyran here with you on 541radio.com. Brody Black will lead things off against Jacob Melton. Top of the 6th inning. Docs trailing 1-0. First pitch, a swing and a miss for Brody, who comes in 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Tonight for the Brody Black, the DH, he has flown out to right field and struck out looking. He'll take a pitch for ball 1. He evens up his count here against Jacob Melton, who has allowed 3 hits in the ball game against the Doc Stewarts, and hit a solo homer to give Medford a 1-0 lead. He misses low for Brody, gives it a 2-1 count. Docs baseball tonight brought to you by Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. 2-1 pitch out of Melton. Hard hit ball. The second jumps over the top of Brendan Watts at second base. Brody Black will get on with a leadoff single. Docs have had runners on to lead off innings. They have not been able to really move guys around. Coming up to the bottom of the lineup here. Well, I guess middle of the lineup right now, and they'll be making their way through it. Zach Mandera will come up. Then Kyler Leischner, the third hitter, due up as Brody Black will get a pinch runner. It'll be Peyton Hope. That'll go out to run for Brody Black.
Brody Black will be number 4, Peyton Hope.
So they upgrade with a little bit more speed on the bases. As Peyton Hope will check in. Nobody out. Nobody out. Leading things off here in the 6th. Docs trailing 1-0. They try to manufacture some runs here. We'll see if Zach Mandera looking to sacrifice the runner into scoring position. Squaring to bunt, he will. The bunt back in front of home, fielded by Melton, and his throw to first will get Mandera. Sacrifice bunt, moving Peyton Hope into scoring position. Melton came in. A lot of time. Keep waiting for a pitcher to throw to second.
Next batter, number 9, Kyler Leischner.
But Melton deciding to take the easier out. Going to first base, Joe Johnson there to make the play, 1 away. Kyler Leischner will bat. 1 down, a man in scoring position. Docs trailing 1-0 here in the top of the 6th. Leischner stands in 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch, line drive shot, knocked down at short, picked up by Ankeny. His throw to first will get Leischner. The throw to third. Peyton Hope overran the bag, and he's thrown out at third base. And Medford, still plenty of their fans hanging around here tonight. They're on their feet, cheering for the defensive effort. Joe Johnson, the throw back across the diamond to tag out Peyton Hope at third. And the Docs' best scoring chance goes by the wayside. 1-0 our score. We head to the bottom of the 6th here on 541radio.com.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Doc Stewart's trailing 1-0. Doc's Baseball tonight brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Now that top of the 6th ended quickly. A scoring chance does not accumulate for the Doc Stewarts. A hard hit ball towards short by Kyler Leishner. Zach Ankeny making a nice play to get him out at first, and then Joe Johnson throws to third, and Peyton Hope had rounded the bag, looking at a possibility of making sure that the ball had not gotten away and see maybe about trying to score. He overruns at third, and he gets thrown out to finish things off. A double play to finish off that top of the 6th inning here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 count now, leading things off for Brennan Watts. Watts 0 for 2 in the ball game, the second baseman. Leading things off in the 6th, takes outside for ball 3. Cody Johnson still out there on the mound for the Doc Stewarts, throwing here in the bottom of the 6th. A 3-0 pitch misses for ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk issued by Cody Johnson, puts a man on.
Next batter, number 25, Jacob Milton.
Doc's only trailing 1-0. They'll have the top of the 7th to try and even the score or take a lead. They're going to hopefully be able to have it just a 1-0 game when they go to the 7th. But Jacob Melton will bat with 1 on and nobody out. Melton, the solo homer, puts this one in the air out to left field. Drifting back, Gillespie. Should be playable for him. He'll make the catch. Tagging. The throw goes to second from Gillespie. Watts will stay at first. 1 away on the fly out by Jacob Melton, who will go 1 for 3 now. So 1 down. Docs need a double play ball here, like it's going out of style. Jono Gassman 0 for 1 in the ball game tonight. He has struck out and walked. He takes the first pitch for strike 1. Cody Johnson into his 6th inning of work. He has pitched a pretty good game. He's just given up the 1 hit that went over the fence. Otherwise, it's probably a tie ball game at 0-0 still. So pitch misses outside to even up the count now against Gassman. Doc's currently out hitting Medford in the ball game. 4-3 as a throw over to first base. Back in safely goes Watts. One pitch. Strike 2 taken. Just below the letters on the inside corner, putting Cody in front, 1-2. Drop a breaking ball in that same spot. Tried to. Just a bit inside, buzzing him. Goes to a 2-2 count. Gassman just out of the way on that inside pitch. Johnson's 2-2 delivery, reaching for it. Gassman just stays alive as he's able to foul that one off into the Medford dugout down the first base side. Stays a 2-2 count. Johnson kicks and delivers. That ball fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down and a man on at first. Bottom of the 6th inning. Johnson delivers. The pitch is in the dirt. Leischner picking it out. The count goes full. Three-two pitch. Off speed. It's dribbled down the first base side. Cody Johnson will apply the tag. They get the out at first. And up to second base will go Watts. Gassman doing everything he could to try and avoid the tag by Cody Johnson. Johnson having to take it himself as Jonathan Stone came in to try and help field the ball, and there's nobody covering the bag. 2 down, man in scoring position. Watts up to second, and Wyatt Baptiste will stand in. First pitch misses for ball 1. Baptiste 0 for 2 in the ball game. He has struck out swinging and grounded out to shortstop. He'll foul off a pitch to even up his count at 1-1. Cody Johnson up at 96 pitches. One ball, 1 strike against Wyatt Baptiste. Johnson trying to get out of the bottom of the 6th with it still a 1-0 ball game. Pitch high and away to go to a 2-1 count. Needs just 1 more out to keep it a 1-run game. Then the Docs will need to get some hits. The 2-1 is up in the air. Should be playable for Leischner. He's standing right underneath it, and he needs to be careful. Almost trips over his face mask, but he makes the catch to retire the side. Docs keep it a 1-run game as we go to the top of the 7th. It's down to this for the Doc Stewarts here in the 2018 regular season. We'll see if they have enough to try and come back and steal a win against the Mustangs when we return here on 541radio.com.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue. Barbecue.
Ranch.
Well, it comes down to this for the 2018 regular season. The Doc Stewarts, if they want to at least force a bottom of the 7th, need to get at least 1 run. And the Doc Stewarts trail 1-0 against Jacob Melton, who will toe the rubber to start out the 7th. Looking for a complete game shutout. Jet Black will lead things off for the Docs. First pitch swinging, he fouls it away for strike 1. That ball hitting lights or the roof or something, ricocheting into the Medford dugout. I think that might have hit somebody. Pitch outside will even up the count for Jet, 1-1. Jet Black 0 for 2 in the ball game so far against Melton. And Melton will step off. And he wants the catcher, Bennett Thompson, to come on out and have a conversation. Gives us a moment to let you know tonight's game brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Also want to thank our sponsor, Oregon Coach Crafters, our pregame coaches interview sponsor, the best care in RV services and repair. 1-1 for Jet, high and inside, buzz in the tower. Count will go 2-1. Looks like Grants Pass still beating Willamette Valley at the moment, so the Docs are trying to keep pace with Grants Pass. The two teams would finish tied, and if the Docs get a win here, then it's going to be interesting. 2-2. Jet will put it towards second. Takes a late high hop for Brennan Watts, and he'll make the play to first. And there's one away. The Docs down to their final 2 outs now, and it looks like I think we're going to get some pinch hitters here. For Jacob Luther, it's going to be Luke Lucido, pinch hitter. Luke, a solo homer back in game 1. Can he repeat the feat here in game 2? First pitch for Lucido. Inside for ball 1. Docs just need 1 to at least force the bottom of the 7th. See if they can get it to extras. A 1-0 for Lucido is high for a 2-0 count. Jacob Melton out of the windup is 2-0. High and away for a 3-0 count. Caden Johnson waiting on deck. 3-0 pitch to Lucido is down the middle from Melton for strike 1. (3-1) pitch to Luke. Melton misses low for ball 4. The game-tying run on base. So the Docs have their game-tying run on at first. Long way to go to get him around home. Caden Johnson will come up 0 for 2 in the ball game. 1 away, top of the 7th. Johnson struck out swinging in his second at-bat against Jacob Melton. Flew out to left field the first time. Melton, before he gets on the mound, we'll talk briefly with Zach Ankeny, making sure he knows who's got the bag covered. First pitch swinging for Johnson, and he fouls it away for strike 1. That sends the kids scrambling to try to get to that foul ball. Oh, 1 to lead off the at-bat against Caden, who checks his wristband and steps back into the box for an 0-1 count. Melton keeping an eye on it first, throws in the pitch high and away. Out at first base, Luke Lucido. Being cautious, not wanting to get caught off guard at first with the left-handed pitcher on the mound. The 1-1. Johnson will foul away another one, and that one gets out of play. Count will go 1-2 with 1 away and a man on at first for the Doc Stewarts. 4 hits for the Doc Stewarts, but no runs. 3 hits and the 1 run for Medford. They also have the 1 error in the ball game. Jacob Melton's 1-2 pitch against Caden Johnson. Check swing. And the umpire said he went around. And Coach Shaver's going to come out and have a word about this one. Home umpire says he went around. Coach Nielsen had a question from down the first baseline. Coach Shaver's wondering if they could check. And they'll have base umpire. I don't think he's going to try to overrule him on that one. It's going to be a strikeout. Didn't really feel like he went all that far around, and that means the Docs are down to their final out of the 2018 regular season, trying to not get swept by the Medford Mustangs. Standing in will be Doran Gillespie. Jacob Melton, 1 out away from getting a complete game shutout. First pitch low for Gillespie for a 1-0 count. Doran Gillespie comes in 0 for 3 in this one. Gillespie fouls one back to the net for strike one. So far tonight, he's grounded out to third to the pitcher and flown out to right. Got a 1-1 count. 2 away. Luke Lucido on at first after drawing a 1-out walk. The 1-1. Outside, count will go 2-1. Two balls and a strike. The 2-1 for Gillespie, high and away. Three balls, one strike against Doran Gillespie. Jacob Melton. 3-1 pitch. Gillespie puts that up and behind home for strike two on a foul ball. Full count. So Klamath Falls gets a win in their matchup. We'll run through all of the standings in the postgame show. 3-2 pitch for Gillespie. Swing and a miss, and there it is. Medford will sweep the Doc Stewarts, winning 1-0 in Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. Doc Stewarts just could not quite get over the hump against this Medford Mustang squad, and that is why they are the Area 4 champs. We will head to the postgame show. Docs lose 1-0 in Game 2. And we'll see where they finish out in the standings, and now they get ready for the upcoming state tournament. Back after this with the Roseburg Disposal postgame show here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on three factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue. Barbecue.
Ranch.
Well, we come back here with the Roseburg Disposal postgame show for you. The Doc Stewarts and the Medford Mustangs in a battle. But Medford comes out on top as they outduel the pitchers' duel here tonight. against the Doc Stewarts and win 1-0. Quite the pitching matchup between Jacob Melton and Cody Johnson, but Melton's solo shot in the ballgame back in the fourth, it results in the victory. Welcome into the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Taking a look at your final check of the Garrettson Building Supplies scoreboard update. For the Doc Stewarts, your final numbers on the scoreboard: no runs on 4 hits, no errors. For Medford, 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error in the matchup. Getting the win in Game 2 is going to be Jacob Melton, going for the complete game victory. And taking the loss is Cody Johnson, who will fall to... Cody Johnson will now fall to 3-5 on the year. That is a look at some of the numbers for you there. Let's go ahead and recap it for you here on your News Review Sports Section Game Recap. For more on today's game, of course, make sure you pick up a copy of the News Review print edition next time it's out. That'll be on Tuesday, or check out nrtoday.com. So the Doc Stewarts fall in the matchup 1-0. Medford scores the 1 run in the 4th inning on the solo homer by Jacob Melton. And that's the ball game right there. That's your full game recap. Not much else to it. And again, the game recap brought to you by the News Review Sports section. Well, taking a look at some of the offensive numbers, Dorian Gillespie goes 0 for 4 at the top of the lineup. Zach Holland 1 for 2. Jonathan Stone 1 for 2. Brody Black 1 for 3. 1 for 2 for Zach Mandera. Kyler Leishner 0 for 2. Jet Black 0 for 3. Jacob Luther 0 for 3. Luke Lucido drew a walk in his one time up to bat. And at the bottom of the lineup, Caden Johnson for the Doc Stewarts. Let's see here. Caden Johnson finishes out the game 0 for 3. On the other side for Medford, 0 for 3 for Joe Johnson. Brennan Watts 0 for 2. 1 for 3 for Jacob Melton with that solo homer. 0 for 2 for John O'Gassman. 0 for 3 for Wyatt Baptiste. Bennett Thompson behind the plate, 1 for 2. 0 for 1 for Dylan Marsh. 1 for 2 for Zach Ankeny. And 0 for 2 for Ryan Sandoval. So that is a look at how things play out in tonight's action. Now looking at the pitching numbers, Cody Johnson, 6 innings work, gave up 3 hits, the 1 run, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. On the other side, Jacob Melton, 7 innings work, gave up 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. And that is how this one works out, is Melton gets the win, Johnson takes the loss. We'll have your Roseburg Refrigeration Player of the Game coming up. Actually, let's go ahead and do it now. I'm going to give it to Cody Johnson. A heck of a game pitching. Just one pitch that he would love to have back, and this game could be a lot different. But unfortunately, that's not the way it works out. So the one pitch is the difference as Jacob Melton goes deep. Doc Stewart's Player of the Game, Cody Johnson, here in Game 2. Taking a look at how things wrap up here, I think it is all set now in the rankings. Medford's going to be your number 1 seed for the Area 4. Taking the number 2 seed is going to be Grants Pass, I do believe. Grants Pass was winning big last we had a score reported, as they were up 14-5 in the 5th inning against Willamette Valley. Then you're going to have the 3 seed is going to be Klamath Falls, it looks like, as they rally back tonight with a pair of victories against, they get a series win against Eugene and take Game 2, so to win that series 3-1. So Klamath Falls gets in to the postseason, to a super regional. And then you've got Eugene is going to get the last spot in, and Willamette Valley is going to be the odd team out, which is kind of surprising. They were right in the thick of it for so long. It was really tight in Area 4 this year. So I think that's how it's going to work out. That would mean that Klamath Falls will be at Beaverton. And that would mean that, let's see here, Eugene is at Corvallis. And then you'll have Salem at Grants Pass for that one. Those super regionals will be starting on Tuesday. Some teams may elect to play a doubleheader on Tuesday and then have Wednesday available for Game 3 of the series if needed. And if they're not needed, then the team that's advancing on gets an extra day to get ready for the upcoming state tournament. Or they could do it a single on Tuesday, and then have a double on Wednesday if needed. and then they would turn around and get ready to travel on down here to Roseburg on Friday for the tournament starting on Saturday. Doc Stewarts are the host team. They'll be playing on day one of the upcoming state tournament. That'll be Saturday. They get the late game at 7 o'clock. Medford will play the early game at 10 a.m., and they will play the winner between Klamath Falls and Beaverton. Then your Zone 2 champ, Area 2 champ is is Hillsboro, the Barbers. They will take on the winner of North Marion and Dallas Post 20, the Dirtbags. And then the game 3 of the day will be at 4 o'clock, and that'll be between Mid-Valley and the winner of Eugene and Corvallis. And then, of course, the Doc Stewarts, and the Docs will play either Salem or Grants Pass. So that is how things will work out for day one of the state tournament coming up on Saturday here at Legion Field. We'll have every game from the state tournament for you streaming online at 541radio.com. So make sure you tune in for that. If you'd like to catch any of the games, we'll have coverage of every tournament game, video and audio, streaming at 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, Everard, the licensed broker here in Oregon for Fox Realty Groups, and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Visit her website to see what listings she has available at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com for more. So we look forward to that getting started on Saturday here at Legion Field. We'll, of course, have Doc Stewart's Baseball on the radio and on the video player at 541radio.com, but every game from the tournament will also be streaming there online. So make sure you tune in for that to keep up to date with what's going on. We'll have more information throughout the week online at 541radio.com on the 1490 The Score homepage, so make sure to check that out. We'll have updates on the Super Regionals and let you know which teams are advancing on here to the state tournament. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us, folks, here as we finish off the regular season and get ready for the state tournament starting on Saturday. Good luck to everybody in the Super Regionals coming up. As we finish it out, Doc Stewart's will finish the regular season 9-11 in Area 4 play and 22-20 overall this season. It's an improvement from last year, and they hope to continue to build on it going into the state tournament. First time in the state tournament since 2014 for these Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. We'll wrap it up there, folks. Want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in. A big thanks to the Medford Mustangs for being willing to move the series up here to Roseburg. Big thanks to head coach Scott Shaver and the entire Doc Stewart's baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc Stewart's baseball, usually on the radio and here at 541radio.com. Big thanks to the guys back in the studio for the radio side of production things. It didn't work out tonight for them, so they're not there and they're not hearing this, but a big thanks to those guys for at least trying to get things going before the all the chaos happened earlier today. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran, folks. We will talk to you guys coming up on Saturday when the Doc Stewarts host the winner of a matchup between Salem and Grants Pass in the first round matchup of the state tournament. So we'll have that for you on the radio and online, but I'll probably talk to you guys before that as we bring you every game from the state tournament. So stay with us. A lot coming at you coming up in a week here online at 541radio.com. Have a great night, everybody. Cody?